Hi guys, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be predicting the scores and results of week 11 of this season's Premier League and also announcing the winner of the 1000 sub giveaway. But first, let's have a quick look back at how well or how badly we got on last week. So Nathan, do you want to just run through your results quick?
Last week I had a horrifyingly terrible score of 5 points with no perfect scores.
Yeah, unlucky there.
That was probably my worst week.
I think so, and well, I didn't do much better. I came away with 9 points, but I had one perfect score, which was the Manchester United versus Everton result. Looking in the comments section, we had a magnificent response last week. We had over 50 people make their predictions, and there was 2 people who came away with 14 points. That was James Carson and Sanjeev Yadav. So as we said, in the event of a draw, it would go down to how many perfect scores that person would have. But both James and Sanjeev had 3 perfect scores, so we're going to have to draw the winner from the hat. And here I have the hat, and I've got 2 balls. Red is going to be depicting James, and green will be Sanjeev. So, best of luck, guys. This is to win the £10 Amazon vouchers. Okay.
Where's the hat?
There's the hat.
There's the hat. Mix them up a bit.
And the winner is Red. That's James.
James Carson.
Congratulations, James. You win the £10 Amazon voucher. I'm going to be in touch with you very soon, and we'll swap details and all that sort of thing, and I'll get that voucher to you some way or another. So overall for the season now, Nathan, you're on 72 points, and I'm on 89 points. For those of you who are playing along in the Fantasy Football League, here is the top 10. And as you can see, Sorry Not Sorry is top once again, managed by Jason Wade. He is now on 706 points. Nathan, you had quite a good week yourself. You had 83 points, which moves you up into 58th position with an overall score of 542. I myself had a terrible week last week, just managing to score 39 points. I'm in position 57, but I think we're joint 57th at the moment because I'm on 542 points myself. The top scorer of the week, however, magnificent week of 113 points, and that is Big Bang Attack, managed by KTAX, or KTAX, and they're up to 632 points. So well done there, Big Bang Attack. But that is enough of last week. Let's crack on with the week 11 predictions. Let's go.
First up we have Bournemouth versus Man United. Now Bournemouth, fantastic start to the season, 6th position, that is going to continue. Man United, many fans want Mourinho out, of course. They have been in a good run of form. Lukaku looks really overweight looking at pictures of him compared to when he first joined at Everton as well.
Okay.
He's really been eating the Peter's pies ever since he's joined Man United. But yeah, both teams. Yeah, Bournemouth have had a really good run, but Man United really cagey at the moment. But I think it's going to be actually a close match, and I think it's going to be 1-1.
1-1, yeah, I actually agree with you on this one. Manchester United, okay, they're not playing the best at the moment. People looking at form, Mourinho kind of under pressure, but yeah, coming up against Bournemouth side down at that small stadium on the south coast. Bournemouth in magnificent form, having a brilliant away win last week against Fulham 3-0. Tough one to call. Normally you'd say Manchester United are going to win this one, but yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this one as well. Next up we've got Newcastle against Watford. Newcastle in all sorts of problems at the foot of the table. Last week they did have a creditable draw against Southampton on the south coast as well, which was 0-0. Watford, brilliant last week, winning, I think, did they win 3-0 last week? I think it was, yeah, against Huddersfield at home. I can see them continuing that form, going away to St James's Park and grinding out a narrow, though, 2-1 victory, but I think they'll dominate. But I just think with Newcastle's defence, they don't concede that many, really, Newcastle, but I can see them conceding just the 2 here. Yeah, 2-1 to Watford for me.
Well, I've actually gone completely different. I think Watford are going to just dominate this match. How do you say his name? Garcia, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I think he's going to want their team to dominate and make a statement against Newcastle. even though Newcastle don't let many in, they don't score many either. I just think they're going to be completely overrun by Watford, and I think it's going to be a 3-0 away victory.
Interesting.
Next up, we have Everton versus Brighton up in Merseyside now. Everton in 9th position. They did go on a good run of form. Did lose last time around.
Yeah, Manchester United.
To Man United, of course. Very unlucky to lose that, I thought, but I think they're going to pick up steam again. They're playing Brighton. Brighton, they're doing all right. They've won their last.
Yeah, very good.
Really good at the moment. This is going to be close, but I think Brighton's run is going to end. Glenn Murray, of course, on amazing form.
Yeah.
On more form than his hairline at the moment, but Everton, I think, are going to win 2-0. Maybe a goal from Siggy and Adrissa Gay or someone like that. Richarlison as well. Maybe to assist Richarlison this week. I'm going to have to put him in my team, actually.
Yeah, he's in mine. I think he got 5 points last week in the Fantasy Football League. For myself, yeah, I think Everton are going to win this one. Brighton are in a very rich vein of form at the moment, winning. I think they beat Wolves last week, and prior to that they won away for the first time in a little while as well. However, they go to Merseyside. Everton really strong at home, and I can see Everton winning this one 2-1. Next up, we've got Cardiff against Leicester. This is a very, very difficult one to predict with the events of last week, so it could go either way. You don't know what sort of frame of mind Leicester's going to be in. They're either going to be well up for this, or their minds are going to be somewhere else. Yeah. So I'm going to go for a draw on this one. I think there'll be goals, so I'm going for 2-2.
Now, this is going to be really controversial, but I've labelled it as... I wanted it to be a draw, but the thing is, if they weren't playing us, then I would have put a Leicester victory. That's the thing, but mainly because they're playing Cardiff, it's a tough one, because I think Cardiff are gonna. I think we're gonna sneak this.
I think
last minute.
I want Cardiff to win this one.
I want Cardiff to win it.
But I think it's going to be draw myself.
I think just what the way things are. I think we're gonna sneak in a goal in maybe the 89th or 90th minute. This is probably the most controversial prediction I've ever made, but I think it's going to be 2-1 to Cardiff City. Sorry, Leicester fans.
Okay.
Next up, we got West Ham versus Burnley. Now, West Ham been a bit of a cagey run of form as well. They have been winning games recently. However, they should have beaten Brighton, the likes of Brighton, and maybe you could count Leicester as that one, but. Burnley, terrible this season, lost the last 2 matches, however, really tough opponents, so both teams haven't had a good run of fixtures, just like Cardiff at the start of the season. But I think West Ham are going to sneak this one. I think West Ham are going to win at home, and I think it's going to be 2-1. Burnley, of course, terrible away. Yeah,
Burnley, terrible away, can't really, they don't score that many goals. I'm going to go for a narrow 1-0 victory to West Ham, although West Ham are so hard to predict this season. 1-0 to the Hammers for me in this one. Okay, next up we've got Arsenal against Liverpool in possibly the biggest game of the weekend. You could say Arsenal, magnificent run of form at the moment. They did draw against Crystal Palace last week 2-2. This week they are at home, strong at home. However, they're coming up against a Liverpool team who I don't think they're firing on all cylinders at the moment, but I think Liverpool are going to be just a little bit too strong for Arsenal this week, because Arsenal do leak goals. Salah is coming back to form, you could say. Goal in his last fixture against Cardiff and an assist. Firmino and Mane, of course, scored 2 goals as well. So I think Liverpool are going to sneak this one 2-1.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really close game as well. I think it's probably going to end up going to 2-2. Right, with an Aubameyang and Lacazette goal, as well as a Salah, Mane or Firmino goal. 2 of them, of course, but I think Liverpool might sneak it at the end, and I can see it being a 3-2 victory to Liverpool. Next up, we have Wolves versus Spurs. Now,
this is at 7:45 on a Saturday evening. Crazy
ridiculous.
Time. Crazy time.
But anyway, Wolves 10th position. People are really happy with the way they've started. Now they have lost their last 2 matches, however. Yeah. Tottenham, their new stadium still isn't ready. Not going to be ready this year. The FA surely have to step in at some point, don't they? After it was announced this week that they see even more delays.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough about all of that. Wolves, I think it's going to be a close match, to be honest. Molineux, really tough stadium to go to, especially for visiting teams. I think Spurs are going to edge it, unfortunately, and I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory to Tottenham, but it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, Wolves sort of stuttering slightly at the moment. They don't score that many goals, but they don't let in many either. Spurs against Manchester City look quite resilient against Citizens on Monday evening. I think they're going to go to Molineux and sneak a win, and I'm going for a 1-0 victory to Spurs. Next up, we move on to Sunday and Manchester City against Southampton. Can't see anything less than a Manchester City win here, and I'm going to go for a very comfortable 3-0 victory.
I think you've been a bit generous there, to be honest.
What, on generous?
Yeah, you've been extremely generous with the goals. I think.
Oh, you mean on Southampton?
No, on Man City. I think it's going to be 5-0.
5-0.
Yes.
Do you mean I'm a bit tight on Man City?
Yeah, that's what I meant. But generous is in giving Southampton a bit of breathing room.
Right. Okay. So you're saying 5-0.
I'm saying 5-0 to Man City.
Interesting. Hopefully Aguero will get me a hat-trick for my fantasy football league anyway.
Yeah, hopefully 5 goals to Aguero, and then probably Aubameyang or Lacazette to be sent off. That would be perfect for me.
Lacazette, for me to get a couple of goals, or a goal at least anyway.
To be sent off.
Anyway, who's next?
Next up, Chelsea Crystal Palace. Now, Chelsea basically is the theatre of draws at the moment, with them just drawing everything really. But Palace really lucky to get a draw out of free-flow in Arsenal. However, really tough place to go. That is Selhurst Park. Always great atmosphere there. Probably the second best atmosphere in the Prem. Cardiff have the best atmosphere, but I can see Chelsea being at Stamford Bridge, strolling to victory. Sarri going to be having his players up for it, and I think it's going to be a 3-1 victory to Chelsea. Now Zaha, I think, is going to sneak a goal in.
Yeah.
And Sarri's probably going to put
It was a bit of a dodgy
on.
Penalty last week that they had against Arsenal, you could say.
I can see also Sarri putting Loftus-Cheek on just to score a goal, just to make all the Palace fans feel better. But
okay.
Anyway.
Okay. My point of view, I think Chelsea this is going to be a straightforward victory for Chelsea. I think Hazard, hopefully he'll be back, especially for my fantasy football again. So yeah, I think Chelsea are going to win this one 2-0. The final fixture of the weekend is on Monday evening, and that's between Huddersfield and Fulham. Where do we start on this one? It's a bottom of the table clash. Both teams desperately in need of the points. Very difficult one to call, you could say. Huddersfield could win this one, Fulham could win this one. Fulham defensively
terrible,
all over the place at the moment. Huddersfield can't really score goals. They are at home, been fairly resilient, you could say, recently. I know they did lose 3-0 away against Watford in game week fixture 10. I think Huddersfield are going to be well up for this one. They could sneak a victory, but I think going forward, Mitrovic is going to get a goal or two in this one. And I can see this one ending in a stalemate of 1-1.
Well, believe it or not, I've gone completely different to you.
Okay.
Fulham, I just think, are terrible at the moment. With a leaky defence just that bad, I can't see them doing anything. Huddersfield have been traditionally good at home, especially last season. That's where most of their points came from. Going back to Fulham, I did read something online saying that they have leaked more goals than the Derby County team back in the 2007-8 season, I believe. Of course, the terrible team who only managed to get 12 points throughout the entire season. Of course, Fulham letting in more goals than them, which is a bit crazy, especially at this time of the season. Fulham never going to keep a clean sheet. They are not going to be able to win this game. I have no faith in them at all.
Even with Schürrle and Mitrovic at front.
Even with Schürrle and Mitrovic, Huddersfield too strong. I think will be strong at home. They're going to think they have to win this, and I think it's going to be 2-1 to Huddersfield.
Magnificent. Okay, so that concludes our predictions for week 11 of the 2018-2019 Premier League season. As I said earlier, James, I'm going to get in touch with you to see how I can get that £10 voucher to yourself. Is there anything you'd like to add before we go then, Nathan?
Subscribe to my channel, link in description.
Brilliant. Okay then guys, enjoy the football of the weekend. Hopefully your predictions will come in as well in this game week, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Cheers guys.
Woo!